Broken Blade on the Yone. Give him a carry in game 1. Let's see what he's got.
Broken Blade has already shown the Yone twice this split and has had a lot of success on the champion.
In a good state for Yone where he can trade back with the Berserker Greaves. You know, he can E, W in, get slow, walk up, get some Qs, look for Q3s, and then just E back. Shorter trades. Herald and Caps is behind him.
Yeah, we're just looking for the chunk here. Yanko's able to dash away, but G2 might still want to take the fight. No Fate Sealed available for Broken Blade. The Smite comes out. Secured. There's the root as well. Frozen Tomb will lock up Razork. He did secure the eye, but he pays for it with his life. Wonder now chased down. No flash, remember, on that. Jace will be able to escape with a good knockback into the shock blast.
He's going to start up the Dragon. Razork is around. Humanoid has TP, but he's very, very low HP.
Upset's a long way away from this one, though. He can, of course, jump across the wall, but a great hook onto Razork into the kickback. Blackhead's on his way. Caps coming in from the top side as well. The hostile takeover will force Jankos to attack his teammate, and Razork's able to get one. We saw resets from Diego in the past, but here he's only able to get one out of it. Hylissang locked up as well. 2 kills over to G2 for 1 in response.
TPs, both top laners have them. They have been unleashed. Here they come.
Hostile takeover is going to come out. Only hits on Targmas and Caps on the backline. TP coming in from Wonder. Counter TP now used by Broken Blade. G2 looking to front to back this one as Caps dives in. Stop. Uses the Frozen Tomb on himself. Jankos on the backline, caught out by Humanoid. Razork gets 1 reset. He's looking for more as he gets the second. Blackhead forced away, and Fnatic continue to barrel into the fight. Jankos locked up with the chains and locked back to the fountain. Only Broken Blade.
I was surprised because the start of that fight looked really good for G2, but things very quickly fell apart. And as you rightly mentioned, Kadril, so much of the credit needs to go to this Fnatic.
Very much facilitated by the fact he has a Renata who can give him that bailout and get him out of the fight. But now we'll see perhaps if Jankos and Broken Blade can strike back in the top lane as the Fate Sealed does exactly that.
They want to TP top themselves here, G2. I think they have a pretty good window. If the members of G2 can push out mid and move towards top, there is a ward behind them. If Fnatic look for this tier 2 top, it will be a 1-for-1 tower trade, but the Herald gives you so much tempo on the map that I think Fnatic were thinking about a tier 2.
I actually really like the reset from Fnatic because there's 40
Humanoid doesn't have TP because he used it top, so maybe he can get this top tower.
Oh, this is smart from G2. They knew that Hylissang would want to try and get vision in here. They look for the damage. Broken Blade on the backline, but Hylissang with the stopwatch keeps himself alive.
He's still alive.
He dies in the end, though. He'll come back with the bailout, but in the end, he couldn't find another assist, so he can't come back to the fight. 4v4 now around this Dragon.
Support for support have been traded. Fnatic continuing to posture around the Drake. They do not want to give this one up. Upset and Humanoid are still alive.
Eyes on Caps and Jankos. They have ultimates to work with.
Frozen Tomb, an option. Razork forced away. Everfrost just short. Blackhead down to half HP as Humanoid continues to poke and prod. Caps down below half as well. Wonder on that front line can land a lot of poke with the Shock Blast. Accelerating Gate combination. The Dragon doing a bit of work here for Fnatic as well. Jankos going forward, Caps diving in. Frozen Tomb, Wonder onto the backline. Blackhead forced away, Wonder just melts him down. Dragon secured by Fnatic as well, as is the fight. Broken Blade, what can you do against the might that's Fnatic? He gets 1, but for it, Fnatic...
Last of his E to the very last second so that he can try and catch Humanoid off guard, but he's able to react in time, buy the time, and then Wonder gets the flank around, dives onto the backline, and wins the fight for Fnatic.
You're completely right, Vinny. There's a frame with Lissandra E where the animation...
Back-to-back title holder. Caps has been trying to return to form, and Humanoid once again finds another kill, and we're seeing why Humanoid is so widely recognized.
Hylissang in the flank position here. Hostile takeover, meaning Jankos is caught out. Caps now trying to do what he can. He dances away with the Glacial Path, but 3v5, G2 just making a beeline for their base, but instead they're making a beeline for their coffins. Fnatic nailed them down in the dirt.
They got themselves the Baron off the back of that last fight.
We saw it on the screen,
I thought the Baron was still up, but yeah, TP bot, they have tempo around the entire map. There's going to be 3 tier 2s, I think.
And what an explosion it is for Fnatic. From 2,000 gold behind at that second Dragon fight to now 9,000 gold ahead at the 22-minute mark. And we've talked a lot about Humanoid and the battle with Caps, but I also want to bring attention to the fact...
Nash, this is the last wave they can play on.
Try and get it underneath the tower. They do, down to about half HP, down to a third now as Upset continues to push in the hostile takeover. Use just to disengage as Caps has to walk away. He's chunked to 50% of his health bar, and Fnatic will be able to walk into that inhibitor. A little bit healthier, but continue to look at these Shock Blasts connecting.
Fnatic know they just have to play the time game. Minions are just knocking into the base, but the Dragon's low.
Dragon down, secured by Jankos. G2 will get it, no Infernal Soul, but the hostile takeover. Wonder once again looking for his man on the back line, and instead it's Razork who rips through them. G2, you get the Dragon, but at what cost? At what cost? Fnatic swipe them away in the river, and they're TPing for the win.
Yeah, TP coming in. Wonder is dead, of course. Razork falls too. They get 2 kills, G2, but Fnatic are just way too far ahead right now. The Dragon secure was great, but Fnatic are just going to end it now.
In the early game, it was punch after punch landed by both teams, but ring, time's up. Unspeakable violence from Fnatic in the mid-game as they demolish G2 in game 1.
You can see the smile on Wonder's face. You know that's got to feel good. It was Fnatic that denied him an opportunity to go to Worlds last year, and then Karma just facilitates and supports all of that.
Braum?
And then, yes, that is Ornn into Braum.
Well, it's like Braum is traditionally a counter to Ornn because you put the Unbreakable up, right? Arguments off this, if you are Fnatic, you could make them lose a lot of XP and a lot of gold. Razzle's going to step forward, play the Ruin King use there. Flacker trying to walk away. Jankos on his way as well. Spectral more channeled. The Winter's Bite goes wide. And Flacket is still going to get hooked. Hylissang underneath the tower. Hylissang, what? Hilly! That was one of the worst bit of support plays.
Here, Cap's playing more of a supportive role. A little bit of cross-mapping coming in here. G2 might not be able to enter their own lane here because Razork's on the way and Jankos is on Herald. They're going to fight their way through.
One of the problems and one of the benefits of Aphelios as Broken Blade continues to put damage down onto Wonder. Call to the Forge God coming in, Ring. Wonder looking for this with the unsealed spell book, but Caps is on his way up here as well. Wonder with the Ignite and with the Flash can try and get away underneath the tower, will be safe and lives to fight another day.
He's just tanking it all, isn't he? And now a cross map in the bot lane for Fnatic.
Razzle gets the Spectral more stun. Still Flash is available for Flacket and Targamas. Razzle going forward. There's the depth, the drench line coming out as the heal is used. Targamas stunned once again though. There is the shield, and he keeps himself alive as Wonder is forced back in the top lane.
Yeah, and there we see Wonder's drop straight away in favor of Broken Blade now.
Respect to Targamas holding his flash that entire time. I really thought he'd be forced to commit it, but Fnatic, they just could not.
Quite often has TP coming up, same as Humanoid. Hylissang looking on bot.
Targamas trying to get away. Feathers going down from Upset. Featherstorm used. Flacket will be able to escape from the root, and Targamas had to burn his flash to get out of that one. Jankos coming in, and Caps is on the way as well. Razork still has a flash of his own. Hylissang, of course, none for him. Onslaught of Shadow's going to knock him back. Rampage coming out as well as Hylissang is rooted up, able to escape with the death charge. Targamas dashing forward underneath the tower. The Heartbreaker from Razork will get him to safe. Spec will be used on this mid lane, on this bot lane wave. Humanoid getting forced out by Caps, trying to dodge away from the chains. Humanoid doesn't even invest them, knowing that he had a good advantage. Ignite once again for Wonder in the top lane. Meganar being building up by Broken Blade, and he will survive with the flash away. That Ignite will tick, but won't take him out.
Or responsibility on the team, so a lot of weight is on his shoulders right now.
Oh, really? Zhang has to try and flash away, but the Onslaught of Shadow is going to keep him in place. Caps once again with the Rude as well. No escape for Hylissang, you have to feel. Jankos can chase him down here. Jankos will take his second kill of the game.
Towards the river.
Very odd situation here because Fnatic are poising to contest this, but Wonder is miles away right now. Broken Blade's already here, but the engage is slowly starting.
Look at the damage. It doesn't really matter if Wonder is miles away because already it's a 4v4 down towards this bottom side. Heartbreaker coming out from Razork as he looks for the chase. Blackhead, Moonlight Vigil's going to hit a few. Not the best guns for AoE damage, but the crescendo is stacked up. As you say, the Forge God on his way down. Make a collect call to his god for a second call of the Forge God is available for Wonder, but the Dragon has already fallen as Blackhead takes it. Here comes the Ram. It only found Blackhead in the back of the pit, but look at Cap's already going to kill off Hylissang. Human's going to try and dump in. Blackhead has so many chakrams, but he cannot use them. Upset forced back to his tower. G2 come out 1-for-1 in the fight. Broken Blade may still continue to chase. The chains dissuade him from that as Razork jumps onto the backline. Heartbreaker away, but dodged by Jankos. Humanoid continues to try and put the damage down.
And they were poised in game 1, but G2 now ahead in game 2. Jankos
should be able to walk away from that one. G2 have 4 players on this top side of the map. Humanoid is splitting down towards the bottom lane.
38 seconds on the Drake. And we see that mid-battle dance. Hilly looking.
Hilly lands the hook, but the Unbreakable is coming out. Look at the damage already onto Blackhead. He's still alive, but in the end he goes down. Humanoid takes him. Razork will pay for the fight with his life, but that's 2 quick kills over to either team.
Big mistake from Flacket. He just walked up and got hooked. He had no flash. This was the window that Fnatic wanted. So now it's a 3v3 with Dragon in 10-15 seconds. Jankos has Herald, so they still have an advantageous play macro-wise, but 3 for 3, 2 for 2 is not what G2 would have wanted.
All of the damage has also disappeared for G2 while Humanoid and Upset still live, but Humanoid could be in danger.
Humanoid's going to get chased out here. Onslaught of Shadow's not available, but Broken Blade looking for the building. Lands it. Humanoid dashes away towards the bottom side. Can dash back, of course, as Wonder's coming across. He uses the dash back, and then his clone saves him from the Mantrid in a flame, but Humanoid still chased. Dashes once again. The distorts to safety by Humanoid.
Hex gates are coming in. Hylissang's back. Razork's back. So is the bot lane of G2. Fnatic could TP back in here with LeBlanc, with Humanoid, but it looks like this Dragon's going to melt. It's gone straight away, but Fnatic might fancy themselves the fight. We'll see how Hylissang poises in this. They have a mid wave. They could look for a tower.
I think what's crazy here is that I felt that after that fight, Fnatic was in the better position, but then they split up. Humanoid was trying to control the river, and he ends up getting caught out. He does commit his TP to trying to secure the top tower. Upset will also secure the mid one, so while the Drake does go in favor of G2, Fnatic are getting a lot of standing gold sitting on the map. They will close that gold gap ever so slightly, but this game continues to be tense. Broken Blade found Hylissang.
Hylissang does have flash here, and he's got Wonder in the wings. The heal coming out from Wonder on that unsealed spellbook. A great gnar back from Broken Blade.
Off the back of that, Jankos and Broken Blade, that consistent DPS over time, still paying off. The Herald was just about to run out.
Blacker just deleted. He gets one in response though somehow. In the matter of a second, he was gone, and he still found one. Gnar going in. Broken Blade gets the knockback. Call of the Board got in a great choke point, and Razor gets onto the back line. He's looking for Caps. Caps trying to get away, healing himself back up. The shields, the heals on Caps, still alive somehow. Jankos and Broken Blade now need to retreat from upset Hylissang and Wonder. Razor diving back in. The hook onto Jankos, but the onslaught of Shadows is back up, and Caps now goes on a killing spree. Wonder has flash to try and escape. The Hex Gate there as well, taunting him as he flashes across the wall. 2 kills over to G2 for only 1 in response.
Wow, he's being put on the pedestal to carry for his team. And he has been caught out a few times, but right now he's in a good position.
So no one taking tower yet. The Gnar to the water. Hylissang look to just defend Wonder. Call of Forge coming out, eaten up by the Unbreakable Shield. Hylissang down. Went a little bit greedy there, thinking the rest of Fnatic
could going to get harder for Humanoid to deal damage as more and more magic resist is built.
Chase here onto Razor. Jankos goes in. Onslaught of Shadows, a possibility, and he'll use it. Heartbreaker used to try and get to the other side. Humanoid coming in as well. Chain's only going to land on one, and the Gnar is enough from Broken Blade to secure the kill. G2 take out the enemy jungler with 2 seconds left on the Dragon.
Are Fnatic going to fight this still? Hylissang's poising forward with no flash.
Hylissang maybe bait here. Humanoid diving in onto Targamas, but Hylissang just can't get away. Feathers go out, but the feathers pulled back do nothing for Fnatic. G2 find another pick.
Yeah, that's going to be a Dragon as well. They don't want to go for the bot tier 2. They just want to get this Dragon base and go towards the top side. It's going to be an easy secure for them. Razork ends up falling to the engage. Hylissang 0-7 on this Nautilus. Really hasn't found his way in ever since that early bot death, looking for a dive. And that's what happens when G2 splits up. Broken Blade punished there, has to use his flash. Hylissang
straight into the midst of the onslaught of Shadows. Moonlight Vigil coming out as well. Doesn't do too much work as Hylissang flashes, but still gets caught with a final shot from Flathead. G2 now on the advance. Fnatic pushed back towards their inner tier 2.
Flash forwards from Targamas. Razork answers.
And the shields and the heals from G2 mean that they can continue to advance like this. Humanoid's going to try and land the chains. Jankos maybe a little bit overextended, but once again, the lock is shield into the Guardian shield, into the Inspired shield, into the Broken Blade TP onto the backline with a Gnar. And G2, unrelenting, unstoppable, they push in and they wipe away Fnatic.
TP, no smite for Fnatic.
Okay, what we got? Humanoid has flash, so has Upset, but they haven't got the ultimates to work with. Upset and Hylissang, no depth charge, no feather storms. G2 looking to secure this Baron. Humanoid can do a lot of bursts. WWE combo will wipe out this Baron from about 1,000 HP, but can G2 keep him at bay? He dives in, Humanoid looks for it. Instead, Jankos secures it, the Smite King lands.
Trying to kill Broken Blade, he has no flash. That so looks like what they might be doing, but G2 is responding.
Hook going short, depth charge going in as well, but Jankos looking for the flank here. Onslaught Shadows onto the backline, Feather Storm coming out as well. Gets the ultimate out of Upset, and they will be able to hold on to this tower for a moment. We saw a lot of shielding compositions throughout this year. I wonder perhaps as Broken Blade dives in, catches Humanoid with the wallop. Even when you're invisible, you are not immune to Broken Blade. A quick kill from the G2 top laner.
Not only did Broken Blade get the ult, he then predicted the teleport back and landed the stun. Beautiful Gnar mechanics, not what I was expecting to say, but Broken Blade having a fantastic game as G2 looking for the win.
It's even better because it was Humanoid's flash.
And suffice to say, G2 have more than one style. Throughout spring, it was Broken Blade.
Baron buff is off, but like you said, the pressure point is going to be Broken Blade right now. G2 just want to push in waves and move into him. Bot should push by itself because of the super creeps. And they can turn towards Baron, but it's in 3 minutes time.
He's getting desperate.
Root goes down onto Jankos, but Targamas continues just to hold onto his shield. Wonder forced back at half HP, never really got a moment to look into this fight. The wave cleared out without the inhibitor tower going down, but Broken Blades shepherded one in the mid lane. This will be the second inhibitor tower for G2, and maybe the second inhibitor to boot. Fnatic looking on their last legs, their last chance to find something in this game, but G2 are not giving them an inch. They've taken a mile this matchup. And Fnatic are forced back once again. Baron up in a minute and a half, Elder in 3.5.
Yeah, I think Elder is going to be Fnatic's last stand, really. I mean, they can hold on until it, and I think their next spike is going to be the Rabadons on Humanoid. Once he gets that, maybe he has the damage to just one-pop flank it, but again, he has shields, he has stopwatch, he has summoners, and Gale Force, 2 inhibs down, G2 sieging the last one.
Jankos distracting Wonder down towards the bottom side. Hylissang lands a hook, but where's Humanoid? Where's the follow-up damage? Upset trying to do what he can. The feathers fly out, but the damage from the Infernum as Blackhead goes godlike. Burn, baby, burn. Onslaught of Shadows in as well as Jankos looks for the chase onto Wonder. He's forced back underneath his Nexus towers. The concussive blows about to proc the Hextech Soul, doing so much work. The G2 Cavs splashes away, and G2 wipe away Fnatic in their base. First game was quick and dominant from Fnatic, and G2 were having none of that. Once again, G2 Fnatic is always a banger, and G2 are making sure we're at least going to 4. The Nexus Tower's their target, and they will take the Nexus and strike back against Fnatic.
You couldn't ask for more in a series between G2 and Fnatic. As you said, Medic, we are guaranteed 4 games, and this was a completely different...
And yeah, the Ahri to round it out, obviously decent, which I'm of course very happy with. I'm a big-time Ahri player myself, but Cavs picking it into what has been quite a skill matchup before, but also giving a really strong 2v2.
Walk in this wall, but maybe it doesn't matter.
Razork looking for this big wave, as you say. Wonder's going to tank it. Broken Blade could look to get the double bounce in here. Razork chasing forward, gets the stun, brings down the lightning as well. Double bounce away from Broken Blade. The flash chase is available for Wonder. Flash away from Broken Blade, but counter flash from Wonder will mean that Razork gets
to spend their gold chat. Fnatic is just trying to push as much as possible. Support's now on their way to top.
Razork has no flash. Targamas is here first, but Humanoid the first to respond as well as Cavs has TP'd into the mid lane. He won't be able to join this fight, but Blackhead will as he joins the fray as they look for the turnaround. Broken Blade not here yet. Humanoid already got one. The second is Jankos concussive blow. Tactical sweep. Wonder takes down his former jungler, and now Broken Blade forced away. Cavs with a flash charm though. They'll get one in response. No level 6 yet on the Ahri means that this chase likely won't go any further, but Blackhead wants it to. Graviton with the root on 3 members of Fnatic. Cavs still chasing forward. The charm a possibility. Razork not quite slowed by the boomerang blade, and because of that, Fnatic will be able to disengage. Cavs though now caught out.
No flash.
Lands the charm. Humanoid flashes forward, and one more auto and the chains is enough. But Humanoid
Fnatic, and all across the board, G2 now finds himself in a very difficult position.
Counts to the charm. Jankos with the chase as well. Good dodge back from Humanoid. Razork's on his way, but Targamas is coming up. Humanoid, no flash, remember, from the initial play. They're going to try and turn it back around onto Cavs, who will fall. Gets another charm out of his ultimate there, but he's still going to be ignited and will be chased down by Hylissang. Razork dived in. Hylissang will get a counter kill, 2 for 1.
Caps are so close to getting a dissect the map now because Jankos is moving towards the Herald. Broken Blade's running there too, but Upset's going in.
Yeah, Upset can just Blackhead. The root's going to come down, but Upset will have all of this movement speed to chase him down. Upset with a solo kill in the bottom lane.
That opened up bolts for them, and now Fnatic could move their support towards the top side. It could be a 4v4.
Chains onto Caps. He's going to charm away. Spirit Rush used. Targamas here, but first, though, as Razork doesn't have the Stormbringer, he's going to get rooted up, locked down. Hylissang trying to join the fray. The kickback. Razork's still alive somehow. The lightning called down, gave him the shield, and now Wonder diving in. Hexagon made him pop by him, but G2 still alive. Disengage from Fnatic. Maybe a re-engage as Upset's going to join the fray. G2 continue to push forward. Willing to allow Fnatic complete control over this Rift Herald, but as they see Upset join, they might have to. Targamas dash back in. Wonder sweeps him away as he will fall. Blackhead's going to join the fight, but Jankos has been chased out by Humanoid. 2 more kills over to Fnatic. Make it more as they Stormbringer under the tower. Hylissang diving in that tower, doing nothing for G2. Humanoid with a double. Wonder with a double, and G2 routed in the top.
Actually secured the objective first, but Fnatic once again just outplaying them around.
They look for a minor turn onto Hylissang while they're doing the Herald, but they lose the fight. Wonder has no flash.
The charm still connects from Caps. Wonder underneath the tower, though. Safe as houses for the moment. Caps chases him in, takes 2 tower shots. Dragon of the game here. And I wonder if they're just putting Upset down towards this bottom lane because there's more plates for him to acquire, and easier plates for him to acquire. He got a bunch in the top lane. Now already taken 3 down towards bot side. And he continues to accelerate this gold lead. He's even on farm with Blackhead, but if we switch over to the gold, we will see he is 1,400 gold ahead on this area.
Yep, Upset is pretty strong, and we're kind of looking at a repeat of game 1 as Fnatic go all in.
Blackhead knocked up, concussive blows, a possibility. Upset looking for it underneath the tower. He's rooted. The Inferno, Upset low. The final tower shot takes him out. Razork chasing in here as well. They will answer 1 for 1. The Sonic Wave just wide from Jankos.
To scale better into the late game where they were winning out on team fights. But once again, Fnatic with their strong pushing lanes, with their early proactive style, it's getting them. We have Fnatic versus G2 hitting the Rift.
A difficult road for Broken Blade to walk out of this one. Hylissang went the long way around. Upset's here to join the party, and Broken Blade locked up, stunned up, and the gifted kill over to Upset in the end. zaps him down. Flaccid as well, perhaps the target, as he's going to try and get away. Targamas though going to hook up Wonder, and Wonder really a little bit too deep, a little bit too greedy there from the Fnatic top laner. He will fall.
Tier 1 because he wants to shut down the cross map from G2. He might get dove. Wonder has TP. He is running towards the bot lane. That ward could be a TP ward.
There's the charm, there's the Everfrost. Humanoid just rooted up and shut down. Wonder is going to TP in, but Jankos is here to dissuade Wonder from taking that fight. Now the bounty picked up in the bottom lane as well for G2. A fight happening off towards the top side as Broken Blade is forced away by Upset. Targamas continuing to trade with Hylissang.
Yeah, Wonder didn't have ultimate. Not going to trade for anything. They didn't really have the setup on the map to do so. And Humanoid will safely catch the top wave. Second Dragon across. Humanoid's hovering around the top side jungle just in case Caps tries to rotate down and defend. Has TP if he really wants to, but that Herald will just...
Razork solo to clear the Drake. Send the remaining members to go towards mid if it suggests.
And that's not optimal when G2 are just kind of wave clearing and grouped up, because then you're committing to a full dive, and yes, you can disable a tower, but only for so long. Wonder trading onto Broken Blade. Caps behind him. Might be a fight here.
Yeah, Spirit Rush forward. Wonder does have the flash, but the Everfrost into the root is going to catch out Wonder. Humanoid now by himself as Jankos looks for it.
Play to watch, but of course, we talk a lot about Fnatic this game because they are in the driver's seat. They pretty much have been. Wonder could be caught out here, but
no, he's not. Jankos is the one caught out. Jankos went very deep. Alongside that turbo cam tank just gives him that little bit more safety. This will be the Ocean Dragons and the Soul secured for Fnatic. Humanoid look for the damage on the Broken Blade. Dodges away from the Gnar as the Ocean is secured. Broken Blade still unable to find anything.
Start talking about the next game because you just have to watch your next explode. May as well take that time to do it. Now G2, they have Mega Gnar, Humanoids on the side. Caps investing the ultimate.
Broken Blade going in as well. Spirit Rush going forward. Humanoid dodges back, kicked away, and he will be shut down. G2 find him, and maybe they can look for more. Caps dives in with the Spirit Rush, but he's got one to get back out. He's got the flash. They're going to keep the Baron aggroed, as you say. Razork dives in. Look at the Caps. They'll take him out. Wonder in the midst of it all, as well as the Infernum goes down. Jankos trying to heal himself up from the Baron. Stopwatch coming out. Upset, unrelenting, free, just to put all the damage down that he wants. Razork will take him. The Baron secured by Upset and by Razork, and Fnatic
lights out for G2.
Yeah, they had nothing left to stop Upset, and now they're going to push in through top. They have a wave. There's around 15 seconds on Jankos, 10 seconds on Caps. Fnatic are going to have to back.
And he's going to be having a chat with them about that one afterwards.
A bit too close for comfort. Baron could have gone in G2's favor. Maybe if Broken Blade got out, they could hold on a bit longer for an Elder Flip, and then an Elder Flip, doesn't matter what soul you have, doesn't matter what gold you have, because that buff is so powerful. Now Fnatic sieging onto this bot tier 3.
And G2 just trying to find a way to defend. Baron buff remains for Fnatic. Double cannons here as well to help them with this siege. Mid lane wave not buffed up. Wonder doesn't have the Baron, of course, did die. It remains on the majority of Fnatics. They take down their first inhibitor. The wave cleared in the mid lane means that they won't have another wave to push forward with. And they still have a little while before this Baron will entirely expire.
Yeah, 1 minute left on the Baron. That's around 2 waves that they can play on. They're going to have this cannon wave coming in now for mid, and maybe they can use another one as well if they want to stay on the map. Wonder has TP and so does Humanoid. Top wave is slow pushing into G2, so that's a wave they can rotate into later on. But again, they won't have Baron for that, so it looks like they're going to force down mid. Razork a bit split.
He's going to try and turn the damage back onto Broken Blade. Jankos does have the flank position here, but they realize perhaps they need to save their mid lane instead. Razork just chasing Broken Blade down. The damage of Olibear can do. The Sonic Wave hits the cannon. I mean, Jankos will be thankful for the gold, but not really the target he was looking for, as Razork just fights off 2 members of G2 and the inhibitor in the mid lane falls.
There's the TP top to make sure they can push this top wave in. Fnatic aren't done yet. Bot to mid to top is what we're going to see. Razork got a little bit chunked, but they have Ocean Soul. He hits the wave. He's back to full HP. And now, if Fnatic want to, they can just all in on this top tower. They can disable it. They have 10 seconds left on Nash. I don't think... Maybe they can have the wave buffed up just for the initial siege, but with the waves coming in, I think that's going to be a bit difficult. But either way, they can just dive it if they want to.
Caps trying to defend. Upset dodges away. Has the GA now as well. The inhibitor tower there, target hook goes down, but Razork goes in. They're looking for the damage here underneath the inhibitor tower. It's already fallen as Fnatic continue to advance. One down as Targamas has fallen. The second follows up. The Gnar back won't save you now. Broken Blade, the last man standing for G2 as Fnatic wipe them away in their own base and will take game 3 of the series.
These early games are so deciding and so explosive in the Fnatic wins. G2 just can't find a way back in because Fnatic won't give it to them. Wonder diving into the fountain. Hylissang as well. 2 kills for Broken Blade. The scoreline looks pretty good now.
The scoreline may look good, but the only scoreline that matters is at the top of the screen. 2-1 Fnatic.
Fnatic with a very...
Oh, yes. I love it. I love it. And now you've got a pushing bot lane. Zillion on for Hylissang, but I mean G2 have a lot of engage, right? Orianna, Rakan, massive combo. Camille can dive in there.
The Caps actually decided to start with the Doran's Ring. Obviously does give you a little bit more lane power, but... Oh, hang on.
Razork shouldn't be able to get the kill here. Cap's trying to turn it around. Humanoid has TP back in. Razork running for the heals, flashes as the pillar came in.
Yeah, Cap's just standing his ground there. Knew he went out on that 1v1.
Hilly has no mana. Hilly has nothing here. Trying to flash away. Target's on the flash chase. One more auto is enough, and the 2v2 kill.
Broken Blade
in the bottom lane. Broken Blade at the top. Just slices and dices Wonder.
G2
have noticed that there are 2 control wards sitting in both the try, but he's going to get around behind it, and now Fnatic's bot lane is looking for the fight.
Into the cleanse, into the flash away, but the fight continues as Razork has the flank position here. Targamas doesn't have anything to stop the oncoming bear, and Flackard runs to the other side of the lane, realizing it's not much he can do. Wonder once again able to
up
bounce
against
away.
Jankos coming into Fnatic this year. He's showing up.
For sure, a few stumbles here and there, but by and large, Razork has been very solid for Fnatic.
It will fall, I think, before G2 can arrive. Humanoid's there to zone them away, but he face checks. Can they take the fight, though? Razork
Upset now will be spotted in the mid lane. They'll realize perhaps they need to get out of this one. Caps with a double bomb. He's stunned up towards the top side. Wonder will fall first. Broken Blade's going to take in the shockwave coming out from Caps. He knows he's going to go down, but he can delay Hillisang and Upset getting the chase on. Time Warp on Upset's going to speed him up as he looks to try and join this fight. 1-for-1 trade. Riftheld going over to Fnatic right now as Razork flashes in. The feathers come out. Jankos tries to flash away himself. He will escape, as will Broken Blade.
Both bot lanes are actually on the opposite side of the spawning Drake. You have to keep your eyes on where this Herald ends up getting utilized. Humanoid. See, this is the window where Caps...
Humanoid dashes back, though. Dodges the shockwave. Hillisang's here with the double bomb for the stun as well. A great dash back from Humanoid. Targamas trying to join this. Gonna get the knock up. Hillisang still has the chrono shift. Will bring Humanoid back. After he does fall, they're actually going to try and wait this one out, but he still gets back. Distortion will be up for him. Broken Blade going to come and join this. Has that Hexag ultimatum to try and lock up Humanoid. He dashes back into this. Double knockup coming out from Targamas. Razork now caught out. Hexag ultimatum still available for Broken Blade if they want to try and turn this one around. And with the charm coming out, Wonder now in the midst of 3 as well. Jankos low on mana. He's going to try and get away from this one. Broken Blade doesn't have the flash. Does have the wall dive. Can try and escape. Upset pulls the feathers back. Wall dive away from Broken Blade and he's shut down. Feathers come out from Upset as he dives across Targamas. Turns it back around to Flacker, but he's rooted up now, and the fight continues in the mid lane. Caps back from the dead, comes back for the fight. Flacker
G2 sees 4 members. Broken Blade TP bot, he's matching 2. Razork is back. Upset's on here, so it's a 4v5.
They know Humanoid's there, he flashes in, he looks for the push and he takes out Flacken. Smite secure as well as Razork takes the dragon. Jankos will fall. Humanoid chased down towards the bottom side as he's going to try and jump across the wall here. He will get away
Humanoid
just in the moment. Caps flashes for him, takes him out. Broken Blade now chased out by Razork. Wonder's going to be able to get the kill onto Targamas. Flashes forward for the blast, and Targamas just escaped. Broken Blade dashes under the tower as well, and he will manage to survive. Wonder on the chase though has the Mega Gnar coming back up with the Riftheld coming in. G2 should not be able to save Broken Blade from this situation. He will try and sweep Hillisang under the rug, but in the end, it will only be him that falls. Wonder dashes forward, doesn't have the Gnar, but does have the wallop, and has enough damage to kill off Broken Blade.
So much back and forth, but crucially,
in a lot of these fights.
the problem is, though, Flack had lost both summoners and they had to invest Rakan Ultimate, so although they'll get this bot tier 1, Fnatic should get it.
He has his eyes on Flackard.
Yeah, I think Fnatic just gonna brute force down mid here. They're gonna go for more because G2 are just trying to push out both side lanes. We'll see if Caps TP's on the mid minion wave to try and defend, because otherwise Fnatic might just keep going.
Flackett does have good guns to play this out. TP mid minion
Both sides here. Hillisang trying to mark Broken Blade for now.
They might just give it up. The shockwave a possibility for Caps, but in his pocket, Caps looking for the tower here. He'll do quite a bit of damage to it. Jankos as well on the trundle, very good at taking turrets down. One more order would be enough, but G2 couldn't quite step forward far enough to make sure that that tower fell.
And look at Humanoid now in the bot lane. He's likely going to get this one uncontested. It will, of course, result in the tower dropping, but Humanoid sitting on side lanes, continuing.
With a minute 30 on the next dragon, on the Soul Dragon for Fnatic, they have burnt Hillisang's flash. They burnt Razork's flash. G2 lost chance saloon. You have to feel for them in this fight. A Mountain Soul would be insurmountable for them, but they continue to step into the fog of war. Fnatic have control over the river. G2 have to find an avenue, have to find a way to approach this. No vision for them. Step into the darkness. In there lie demons. Fnatic are looking for you. Razork on the front line. Jankos caught out. Quickness onto the back line. Upset charmed by it. Hexagon made one to the back as well. Upset has the chrono shift. He's going to come back to life. Humanoid hasn't been able to do too much in this fight. He's dived into the pit. Upset flashes away. Jankos stepping forward. Caps not with the team right now. Wonder building up the Mega Gnar. Hillisang speeding him out to get him into this team fight. Junglers are down on either side. Jankos still there. Flacker pulls back. The cleanse. The flash. The moves. He gets away. Wonder down now with 3v3. The dragon for G2, you have to feel it is the target as they still have the smite on their jungler.
They do indeed have the smite. Humanoid has TP. Could come back into this fight. Humanoid, is he going to drop it? Does get
he's got-
cancelled. Caps cancels the base, so they're going to get the Dragon. G2 are alive, and Fnatic are just way too low to step up.
Ooh, what intense fights, but they're not over yet. Humanoid looking for Caps.
Caps trying to dodge away from the chains, but Humanoid closes the angle, closes the gap. The shotgun hits too. It was beautiful from Caps to keep himself alive, but the chase is on as Wonder and Hillersan come to join the party. 1-for-1 traded so far. Targma's trying to save his jungler as Jankos retreats underneath the safety of the tower. Flanking now stepping forward. Wonder has the Mega Gnar building up. Bam! No shift. Makes it mighty difficult for G2. Watch the ball. Say, Cajal and Vedius as he looks for Razor. Caps diving in. Broken Blade looking to see if he can catch out Humanoid as well. 3,000 HP on the Mountain Soul. Jankos on the front line. Razor secures it and G2 have to find the fight. Targma's trying to get in with the quickness. They dive onto Humanoid, but he's able to escape. Wonder with an R back. Humanoid dives back in. But the Hexagon of Maiden's going to lock him in place. He's about to stopwatch. Jankos on the front line. Humanoid flashes away. The shockwave goes wide. Humanoid dies in the end. Jankos still alive. G2, you need to clean this one up if you're going to be able to win this game because you've got to go for the Baron. Razorg on the front line. Targamas diving in. The Feathers come out with the Feather Storm and upset. It's still alive. Chronos Shift is still a possibility for Fnatic. They have that Mounted Soul. Razorg looking for the flank. He's forced away by Caps. G2 continue to advance. This is their only opportunity to find a win in this fight. You have the feeling Fnatic will disengage. Wonder going back in. Caps low on HP. He's down. Upset flashes. Caps goes down. And now the Fnatic advance truly begins. G2 routed by Fnatic.
And it is Upset that finds that pick onto Caps. The flash is still available, but it doesn't matter. Fnatic have the Nexus in their eyes, and Fnatic are looking to take down G2.
Humanoid can TP in. They have a wave. 30 seconds on Caps, 30 seconds on Flacket. Can they go for it? Baron's up, but they just want to close it out now.
One fatal flaw in the team fight. One smite from Razork. One fight win from Fnatic. Might be all it takes for them to go into that upper bracket match against Rogue. It's the LEC, baby. Everyone beats everyone. But in the end, once again, the faithful of Fnatic win out. In the end, they will clean up the fight. Broken Blade and Targamas a chase. The shockwave goes wide. The Nexus, the target, it will fall. At Fnatic's.
Welcome back to the LEC playoffs, where Fnatic come out victorious against G2 today after 4 games. And Razor, thank you so much for joining me for this interview. Congrats on taking them down. How do you feel right now? How do you feel right now?
Well, it feels pretty good to win against G2. Honestly, I think the games went our way, except the second game that we had really unlucky fights, but pretty happy with how we played.
Yeah, it was a very nice game and clean games also from you, the ones you won. We talked in the pre-show about things being difficult when it comes to draft against G2, considering the fact that they can play lots of champions and sometimes champions that other players are afraid to play. How did you work around this when you prepped against the team?
Well, we have also really good answers against the champs in the meta. We are like really adaptive to that sense, and we actually came out with the better drafts today, in my opinion. We were really under control. Even in the second game, I think our draft was not too bad. It's just like playable, but we didn't play too good the early game, and they just take over the game. But overall, it wasn't too hard to play against G2 draft.
Nice. Well, yeah, you did well indeed. I asked Dylan about Blue Side being so dominant so far in playoffs. Do you have an opinion on that and the fact that teams mostly win from Blue Side, except you, of course, in the last game?
I mean, I guess there are just many AD champs that they're OP. Yeah. So either you trade them or you just get with the Jinx, the Seri that looks really strong. Or in the jungle, there is like popular Hecarim pick and stuff. So I guess there are many OP champs right now. So Blue Side is strong.
About OP champs you mentioned, we've seen a rise of Hecarim during playoffs, more than during the regular season, I mean. How do you explain that? The fact that we see more the champions?
I mean, I guess it's because of when Gold Drinker got nerfed, I guess the Turbo Kentank is more valuable on jungler because it's like really cheap item, and Hecarim is the best champ to play with Turbo Kentank, I guess.
Indeed. I want to show you something. During the last game and the last play, actually, we're going to look at the screen here. I want you to talk me through the Dragon play, because G2 is in position right now, but you still get it. How do you play this one?
If I'm not wrong, I think this fight we decided to play slow when the Drake was up and try to poke them as much as we can. But I think Upset here calls that he can look to 50-50 it with me because we have Shaya Feathers and Bolly E, so it's really hard for Trundle to steal it, and we went for it, and then the fight is just like really slow, a lot of cooldowns being used, a bit of chaos around. But here we just call that we have Cillian ult still, so we just go ham on them and we ace them. Or we actually don't ace them, but we kill both carries, so we went for the end. But I think the way we played this fight was pretty good, I guess. I would say I wasn't too focused on what LeBlanc and Nard did, but Healy, Upset, and me, we were like as a unit, and we did pretty good. Yeah.
Well, and spacing especially was perfect during this team fight. Razork, you mentioned playing G2 for the first time in best of 5 actually, and we know how important this matchup is in the LEC history in general. How special was it for you being one of the youngest players in this Fnatic lineup?
I mean, it's really special for me because I think it's the first time that I go to semi-final in LEC. So, I mean, I guess it's a small win for me. And personally, it just like feels like I'm the youngest player in the team, but I feel like I'm the captain most of the time in the game. Like when the early game hits, or I feel like really confident, I raise my voice, and you know that something good's gonna happen. And when I pick a champion like Bolly, I have so much freedom to like play aggro because there is no tower. So I just raise my voice and say, we are going for this, and my team will follow. And sometimes good things happen, but sometimes some int happen. But it's worth it to try, no?
Yeah, it is worth it. And
there's some flips sometimes.
Exactly, and this is what makes you a clutch player indeed, and I'm super happy to see that you're taking your responsibilities as a jungler. And you anticipated my last question. You'll be playing your first semi-finals against Rogue. You saw them yesterday. What's your take on the team and your ability to take them down next week?
I think Rogue is a team that plays really control and structure. They don't do many mistakes. So I guess against them, it will be even more slow game, probably. I have no clue. Depends of what version of Malrang comes. If he decides to be the perma-gank and see what happens, then the game will be over level 5 for either team. Depends if he gets a gank off or no. But lately, I think he has been playing more control and discipline. And I think it's going to be a really interesting best of 5.
Yeah. Ice and fire, I think, for this best of 5. Razork, thank you so much for the interview. Congrats again on taking down G2. And you guys don't go anywhere at home because we're here for PGL with Humanoid, Shox, and Nymeria.
Thank you so much, Laura. That was a long silence before it got to us. I'm indeed joined here in